Your perspective is creating your result. Let's get into it. So, what even is perspective? Perspective is the lens in which you view reality. If you have a limited perspective, you're going to get a limited result. If your perspective is confined, it's boxed, it's not empowering, and it doesn't seek that success requires, that success needs, then you're going to get a limited result. Limitless perspective is going to create a limitless result. Every athlete experiences a different reality because their perception, their lens in which they view reality, is specific to them. The game, the moment, the pressure, the feedback, none of it means anything on its own. It's not built in. It's how you view it and how it's been perceived. So you look at the photo, it's not that the other buildings aren't there. It's just you can't see them because you don't have the glasses on to see them. Put those glasses on and you're going to be able to see it. Reality is not fixed, as I said. It is you creating it. It's coming from you through you. So if you don't like your results and the level you're at, once we shift our perspective, those results, those performances are going to skyrocket. So what is your perspective? Specifically to athletes, this is how you view challenges. Do you see threat or opportunity, pressure or privilege, failure or feedback, discomfort or growth, comparison or expansion, adversity or training? It's how you view each scenario, situation, and opportunity. What shapes our perspective? Your perspective isn't just what's happening in front of you. There's things that happen on the back end that's shaping your perspective, your view of reality. This is going to come from your self-image, your identity, your beliefs, your assumptions, your expectations, standards. These all act as filters in that will shape your view, shape your lens. They determine what you notice, what you focus on, what meaning you give to things, what you ignore, what feels safe or threatening, how you interpret pressure, mistakes, feedback, setbacks. So, self-image. This creates a lens of what you believe you're worthy of and where you believe you belong. If your self-image says, I'm not that level, I'm not consistent, I'm not clutch, I'm behind, then reality gets filtered. How you view yourself within your sport, within your results, within your given field, it will filter it based off your self-image, how you're seeing yourself, the story you have within. So a bad session becomes proof. A top performance feels like a fluke. Pressure feels like exposure. Other athletes feel above you. Opportunities feel like something you have to earn rather than something you belong in. Self-image makes you see reality in a way that confirms who you are. Number two, identity. This creates a lens of who you think you are as a person and an athlete. If your identity is I'm anxious, I'm the quiet one, I'll go missing in big moments, I'm not naturally confident, then your brain will keep scanning reality. It will keep scanning subconsciously, meaning you may not be aware of it, reality for evidence of that identity that you are under. So this will come across as nerves as here we go again. Pressure moment is something your identity can't handle. Hesitation as confirmation of who you are. Identity tells you what is you and what isn't. And you start living inside that box. Your beliefs. This is a massive one because your beliefs are one of the biggest indicators and the biggest reasons to in shaping your view. Your beliefs create the lens in which you hold true about the world, yourself, and your performance. If you believe pressure is bad, mistakes mean something about you, confidence has to be earned, coaches only rate perfect athletes, then those beliefs start becoming the lens in which you see. Pressure feels dangerous, mistakes feel heavy, feedback feels personal, setbacks feel bigger than they are. You miss neutral or positive evidence because your belief system filters it out. As I said, nothing is there until you have made it there. That's why two athletes can go through this exact same scenario, but one perceives it in a completely different manner. One experiences it in a completely different manner. Assumptions. These create the lens of the meanings you automatically attach to events. Assumptions are very sneaky because they happen so fast and so, yeah, it's subconscious. It just happens. It just comes through you. So common ones are, you assume coach didn't talk to you, he's disappointed. These are just what you're naturally just assuming, when that's not what's actually happening. It's how you're perceiving it to happen, what you're making it to be. One mistake, I'm off today. Teammates playing well, I'm falling behind. Pressure, I'm about to be exposed. Now reality is no longer reality. It's reality plus the meaning you attach to it. Assumptions distort neutral events into personal stories, and you will forever live in that assumption. You won't live and create and perform outside of that assumption. So this is a cycle of perspective and how it really will inhibit your performance. The moment you perceive your current situation as danger, fear, your system shifts into survival. Fear takes over your thoughts, your body follows, you start feeling fear, therefore you start acting, behaving, and moving in fear, from fear, which is the worst thing you can possibly do. And your focus narrows. You're no longer trying to perform, you're no longer trying to become better, perform to your maximum, you're trying to survive. So to finish it off, the reticular activating system, the RAS. This is your brain's filter. Every second your brain takes in a ridiculous amount of information, but you cannot consciously process all of it. So the RAS is what filters what comes in, what gets your attention, what stands out, what gets ignored, what feels relevant to you. So this is where perspective comes in. Your perspective tells the RAS what to look for, meaning your beliefs, self-image, fears, assumptions, expectations program the filter of what you see. And what you see is what you'll get. If you see fear, you're going to play from fear, therefore you're going to get a fearful result. Vice versa. But over here on the right with the maps of consciousness, you need to be coming from a higher energy. If you're on a lower energy, which is a survival paradigm, you're in fear, grief, guilt, shame, your perspective, your beliefs, your thoughts, your therefore energy is going to be limited, therefore you're going to get a limited result. How can you play good? How can you have a better performance when you're in a fearful state, when you're in a survival state instead of a thrival state? So it shifts your perspective, it shifts your view, it shifts your energy, therefore your all result. And with that, with your energy, if you have an empowering belief, that's going to come with an empowering emotion. Therefore, you're going to have a higher frequency, therefore a higher result.